I'm just going to start recording here because I ain't got anybody watching that's going to be interrupted by it. I'll switch over just in case someone walks in so they don't get terribly confused. Just another wall update because it's kind of the only important non-political thing going on right now. We appear to have achieved a sort of ossified state on the wall because everyone is being generally pretty respectful of everyone's efforts. If there's a decent piece of artwork, it generally goes unmolested. And that includes everything up to and including Pregnant Sonic. Because you got to put a ring on it, right? Now, it hasn't been all fun and games. I have noticed just like a couple of minutes ago, we have kind of what I guess you could call the Chud or Chud-adjacent corner. We've got Kirsha, Kitsuniro, we got Rosie Belmu, and a little bit of Smuggalana, kind of all in one little area. You know, foxes stick together. We'll let the little explosive cow tag along too. But I noticed that very early on, people were putting up lots of national flags. And, you know, being all, you know, June, National Mental Health Awareness Month, you had a lot of other flags of alternative lifestyles of particular nations, shall we say. And like it or not, that is effectively how such people think of themselves as a coherent nation, flags and all. And those got covered up pretty quickly. And then the national flags seem to have gone. I think a lot of national flags got put up because a lot of them are, you know, very simple, just striped colors, you know, Germany, etc., etc. Didn't see a lot of U.S. flags, not because there's not enough Americans on the wall. I think that has more to do with the fact that it's just a comparatively complicated flag. So it's harder to make and maintain. Also, I didn't see any British flags. And with the Swarm being in there and Beetle being, you know, very famously British, you'd think you'd see a couple of those. If there's some small ones hidden around here or there, I wouldn't be surprised. But I did notice that someone was trying to get into the white field around Chud Corner. And they were painting a black circle with a red and black flag in the center of it. And if you don't know what that is an anarcho-communist flag. I'm trying to put that very cheekily right next to, you know, the Chud Corner, you know, kind of sent a message. But it very quickly got deleted, and then someone else started drawing just a set of cherries there. And I kind of helped him with that, and whoever the commie was seems to have just, you know, run away. Just goes to show they don't really have the numbers to maintain their presence on the wall, regardless of what they think. Although somebody just drew a circle above. And if I start to see another commie flag go up there, yeah, I'm going to get rid of it. They're just going to have to vandalize the actual, you know, artwork like a sane person instead of trying to be sneaky about it. Alright, time to go to work and check for the DIY on the beach there. Let's switch over to white paint. And here in about 6 minutes, I'll see what exactly goes into that circle. I want to know how some people make such really nice, clean lines on this artwork, though. It must take a lot of time and dedication. Because you basically got to be willing to tap, submit, tap, undo every time just a specific pixel doesn't end up in just the right place. So the people who are doing like the real crisp line work, I almost respect them more than the people who are making big, like colorful dioramas. Because there's some people who are making really, really small text. And that takes some real time, dedication, a little bit of skill. Alright, that's nothing important. We are done with Animal Crossing. I think someone's trying to write Lost Lannis or something over there. I don't know what that's about. We'll leave it for now. They seem to have been pretty respectful of the Munya. Oh, I just realized I was already set to be playing Pokopia. I forgot to change over to Animal Crossing. Oh well, that means I don't have to change anything now. We're just going to zoom in on that circle and see what happens. I'm also going to open up a... This is someone I've been slightly watching. I want to see, oh, they're in the DLC. They've been making some progress. Good to see. Alright, we're going to lurk there for a minute. Now, because we got Pokemon Go Fest, I don't think that's any better than what we got. Because Go Fest is coming up very quickly. I've been only doing the absolute bare minimum here in Pogo. Sorry, not Pogo, Pokopia. But I have been, you know, making progress on... I haven't decided on a name for that yet. Alright, we're going to get rid of all this stuff in trading. That's kind of been part of my daily routine. That and picking up all the litter stuff. Now, it's probably a good thing overall that Filian is increasingly delaying her return. Because it does kind of allow her to build hype. Whatever she does that's after Phase 1 better be pretty impressive. You know, and you have to escalate these things, ramp them up. Like a little, well, I can't remember, a buddy of mine at work mentioned what it was. He called it a pixel board, I think. I did a little looking up, and it wasn't like a GeoDraw or whatever I thought it was. It was actually called WPlace is the thing I was thinking of. This is basically a wall version of WPlace, which was essentially a globe. Okay, they've altered the circle into what looks like maybe half of a yin-yang. Now, I do not know what these people's intentions are. If they are pure, I'll see whatever it is they're doing and I'll help. If they are malicious, I will reset it to a blank canvas. I may not have much time to be doing extra stuff, but I have at least enough to do that. Oh, don't kid yourself, Ms. Magius. I disappoint plenty. Alright, time to clear out all the stores. Oh wait, never mind. It looks like they reverted it back to a circle. What the heck is going on over here? Alright, I guess we gotta actually do a little thinking. Hey, a rocket poster. We like those. Okay, they reverted it back to a crescent moon looking shape. They put a little gray in it. So now I'm curious. It's a Wasteland Pokemon Center. We don't care about that. We'll take a candle. And we'll definitely take crystal fragments. See what Alakazam has over here. Some pretty decent stuff, actually. Fishing rod is very important for certain environments. I don't want to get too hasty now. Yeah, this part's pretty boring. At this point, I'm just pretty much padding out the length of this video to please the algorithm gods, I guess you could say. The problem is everything moves so slow on the wall because of the 6-minute recharge limit and how little you're allowed to paint. Which is a calculated decision. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's one of those things that basically it rewards both patience and vigilance. Because if somebody starts vandalizing stuff, if you're paying attention, you have enough time in order to actually undo the damage. Let them know that, hey, this section is being watched. But as long as people are, you know, willing to go along with whatever you're doing, you can still get done whatever you're trying to. It just takes a little, I'll get out of here for a while. And of course, it also incentivizes off-site. Darn it! I want to get by the orc. It rewards off-site coordination. Now, I didn't give the wall my Discord. I'm only in 2 Discord servers to begin with. One of them is the local Pogo one, and I barely ever pay attention to it because, like I said, I'm just kind of a hardcore casual. And the other one is literally just something I use to talk to my old college buddies. But the clan feature is tied to a Discord account. so I can't actually communicate with... Oh, he reverted it to a circle for some reason. What is going on here? Can't tell if that cursor who's hanging around... You know what, I'm going to sell that paint can so I can get a little bit of money. Done. Because I don't detect an imminent threat. Let's zoom out, make sure nothing else is getting vandalized. Nope, somebody's putting in an additional Corsia cube, though. That's nice. I haven't been paying attention. I guess maybe Rosie had a birthday recently? Because there's a happy birthday message above her portrait there. And we've got a circle again, so... Who knows what's going on? Actually, there's like 3 cursors in that circle right now. Oh, somebody just deleted most of the circle. Let's zoom in and see if we can see any chatter. Yeah, we take a town map. Especially because it helps me get rid of all the mini generators I made. I'm not going to need. Man, Filian brought some real nifty stuff. Which is good because it helps me burn through all my old resources. And once I burn through all the old resources, I'll no longer have an excuse to delay working on the airship. Alright, onto the Withered Wasteland. Somebody's putting in a star right above the Kitsunero banner. We'll let them do that. It looks like real estate they've earned. Oh, someone's drawn an additional cherry over where that circle used to be. I wonder if it's that same guy trying to put the anarcho-communist flag. And every time he tries to put one in, oh, lucky guess. They're just going to replace it with a cherry instead. I get the feeling if this happens often enough, that guy's just going to go straight for vandalism instead of trying to be sneaky. Because it's obviously not working. Either that or he's going to wait till 3 o'clock in the morning. Oh well, I think that's enough of me being relatively boring. If anything else interesting happens, maybe I'll start recording again. Or I'm just going to cut this one off. If I want to talk about anything serious, I'll do it during Elden Ring.